my favorite tabs because for the losses, it gives you officers, warrants, and enlisted losses in one place. And in my 20 years in the Army, there hasn't been one place that you could go to get losses combined for officers and enlisted. So if I click this here, well, it will give me a list of all 1,300 losses within my brigade. If I want to see who these 19 retirements are, it'll show me officers, and you see there's a warrant in there that's retiring, which that's a pretty awesome feature. I can check for PCS and ETS separation awards, you name it. I can check to see who these chapters are, PCSs, all of these loss reasons is presented to me, and I don't have to do a whole lot of work to get to that information. The loss percentage shows what percentage of your organization is a scheduled loss within 120 days. 27% of this organization is scheduled to depart. The reason that number is so high is because this data is old and it's just been stagnant. It hasn't been updated. So normally it would probably be less than probably 6%. But if I change the projection windows, it will also change that loss percentage windows. Next, let's go into reassigning gains. This is a pretty awesome feature which nothing exists in the inventory and our HR system that gives you a projection at the battalion level, because the gains are all on assignment to the brigade alpha alpha. So this allows you to reassign your gains to battalions. So right now these individuals are on assignment to my brigade alpha alpha, and I'm going to change that. So we've talked to the CSM and we want to send all the 11 Bravos to 17 Cav. So I'm going to come in here and select 17 Cav. We want to send all the 11 Charlies to 28 Cav. And I'm going to select print 4187 on these individuals. And when I exit this form, it's going to say, hey, you've selected 4 personnel to generate orders. Would you like to proceed? And if I hit OK, it's going to ask me for a report date. And whatever that report date is that I want to use, I'm going to type 28 April 2017. Once I select that, wherever I chose to assign that individual, it's going to generate me a 4187 for each one of those guys. And that's pretty powerful, because if I have 60 guys show up at replacement, I still have to cut a 4187, reassigning them to the battalion. And I don't want Joe wasting an entire day retyping 4187s just so somebody can sign them. I want him to select all these individuals that showed up and generate this 4187 for all of them in mass, so we can get this done. Or we can do it the day prior or the week prior to these individuals showing up. So again, it's from the replacement detachment to the commander of 28 Cav. It masks the social security number, and I can see the report date and effective date, the movement designator code, and early report authorized. You'll also see that there's a signature block at the bottom that shows you who's going to sign that order. And it generated an order for everybody that I checked on that form. So again, I can hit quick print all these 4187s and be done with it today, instead of having somebody manually type each one of those 4187s. You can come in here and do the exact same thing for the warrant officers. He's an MI officer, so I'm going to send him to the BEB. This aviation guy is going to go to HAC Brigade to the BAE. And again, this other MI guy is going to go down to the BEB also. If you want to choose a gaining billet This will make it show up on the officer slate, the warrant slate, or the NCO slate in that position to backfill whomever. So if this warrant was backfilling the commander of HAC Brigade, let's just say that. And let's go over here and look at the officer slate. We should see that that warrant officer is backfilling the brigade commander, and it shows that CW2 Dominguez, June the 13th, 2016 is his backfill. So really this thing makes updating the officer slate easier than any other way possible that I've seen it done in my 20 years in the Army. So let's close that report and go back to the gain and loss tab. And last but not least, sending gains roster to the battalions. Can't stress how important that is to let your battalions know who's coming into their organization. So after you reassign all these individuals in accordance with your brigade policy, you can come in here and click this export gains, and it's going to download this officer gains, and it downloaded that spreadsheet to Excel, and now I can attach that to an email and send it to my battalions to let them know who's coming to their battalion so they can plan talent management, who's backfilling who at the squad platoon level, so on and so forth. So that's the gain and losses. We'll cover the rec cycle tab next.